You know, one of the issues, Nigel, as we proceed with our program, is the issue of race relations in Trinidad and Tobago. It has always been a very sensitive and emotive issue with the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And the Congress of the People, under the direction of our political leader, Mr. Ramada, has asked Dr. Lincoln Douglas, the Minister in the Ministry of the People and Social Development and Member of Parliament for Lupino Bonner West, to organize this series of discussions, which he has termed Run the Race,
yes,
where we organize and we issue, offer opportunities to the people to come and talk about this issue of race. One such discussion took place. It was for the members of the Congress of the People, and we have some highlights of that presentation, which took place on Sunday, the 11th of March, at our Operations Center in Charleville. And if you can go now to that clip, you will see the extent of the discussions, what is happening amongst members of the Congress of the People, so we can discuss this issue of race and race relations, a very sensitive issue here.
Very sensitive issue.
A lot of things can be said about it, and you know, people get emotive and people try to hide it under the carpet that it is not there, but we need to bring it out in the open and discuss it so people understand.
Yes, because the thing about it is we hope that by the end of it, we should have some sort of solution.
Yes.
Some things should be better by the end of these Run the Race discussions.
We don't really have a problem of race in our country. And the problem is that politicians and the two other political parties, major political parties, have used race and the tribal politics to attract support and to keep certain members of their party together. We in the COP, we are for every single citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, despite your race, your gender, whatever it might be. We are for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And this series, Run the Race, is part of our effort to bring it to the fore.
And bring the people together.
Yeah, let people see that this issue, if you cut my hand and you cut your hand, is the same Trinidad and Tobago blood. So this is what people have to understand. I wanted to get now the clip of what was happening on Sunday, the 11th of March, where we had these discussions going on at the Operations Center in Charleville, the issue of race and race relations. Run the Race session, organized and headed by Dr. Lincoln Douglas. This was last Sunday, the 11th of March at Operations Center in Charleville.
Now, our vision for launching this series of consultations are that Trinidad and Tobago will be a place where every creed and race finds an equal place. It's as simple as that. And we didn't even have to make that up. The beauty about this is that we come with this already described for us. So our mission throughout this whole project would be to present a dialogue to this nation. I say dialogue because Paulo Freire says in his book, The Pedagogy of the Press, it is through dialogue and the word that we change the world. The word has the power to change. If you read the scriptures as I do, it says the worlds were brought into being through the word. And I hope we can have meaningful dialogue. And through this dialogue, we will assist the nation of Trinidad and Tobago to be developed and to have a meaningful thinking and behavior around race and ethnicity. Our goal here will be to present a series of discussion that covers a variety of ethnic groups and cultural tradition that gives the nation an opportunity for healing and progress.
What was disturbing to us, particularly disturbing to our political leader, was that there are now allegations of racial bias throughout the public and private sectors of society. And this has prompted a lot of unease and discomfort. And if we don't make an attempt to address it, it can lead to disastrous consequences for our nation. And this is an issue, I know a lot of people shy away from it. They speak about it in only the privacy of their homes, privacy of their schools, in some instances, privacy of their secret places of worship and work and so on. And I think that in itself is poisonous, in that sometimes one asks the question, why does a person behave in a certain way, not knowing that it is a value or it is a practice that he has picked up from the secrecy and the privacy of a private place that has so impacted upon him or her, deep down into his psyche, that he just can't get out of it. He or she just can't get out of it. And my own view is that we have to talk about it loudly and clearly in the public place. Let people know that your behavior in certain instances is not a secret. It is having an impact on other aspects of our society. And let us see if we can deal with it in a mature fashion.
The politics of the past has led us to the position where no matter what failures there are in governance, because of the racial complexion or the racial definition of the leadership of a party, that person will get the support. And that has led us to a position of failure and a doom and gloom in a nation that should really be the shining and light of not just this region, but possibly the hemisphere, because we have every wealth that we could have wanted. We have greatest natural resource, the greatest natural beauty, and we have a people that is intelligent beyond compare for a small dot of land on the face of this earth. And it is when you travel the world and you meet our brothers and sisters who were born here but could not grow here. When I say grow, I don't mean physically, I mean spiritually and I mean intellectually. You realize the gifts that we have been given, and you ask yourself, why is it that this nation is nowhere near the potential it should be? And when you analyze it, there are many reasons, but one of the fundamental causes is that no one in this nation, whether you're of East Indian descent or African descent or Chinese descent or whatever, feel they truly belong. You always sense some level of discrimination wherever you go. And sometimes if it happens to you when you're very young, it marks you for life. And when it seeps, and not just seeps, but envelops and deluges politics, it means that in the past we would have gotten leaders based on the poisons that Joe spoke about. And when you have leaders coming from a bad foundation on the wrong values, then a nation cannot prosper. It will never see the potential it was intended to.
You all have seen Roy and Gloria. Now, normally, one of us in Roy and Gloria does be wrong. I don't want to embarrass us, so I'm not going to identify who does be wrong. But I'm asking for your help today, because listening to Lincoln, to your political leader and to your chairman, I get the feeling that people in this party want to help. Roy and Sammy was planning an event to help Trinidad and Tobago. They realized that race was a problem, but Gloria trying to tell them that they ain't get it right. Now I'm going to need you all to help us correct where we're going wrong. Watch what happened a Sunday morning as Roy and Sammy was planning to deal with race and Gloria intervened.
Roy, what is you and Sammy doing here?
Race. We hearing is a problem, we sort it out.
No,
this
no, no.
year is the year of race. We had a meeting.
Just now.
Racial incrimination. We organized it. We're inviting everybody. We're incriminating everybody.
Roy, what is you and Sammy really planning? Because like all I understand what is all they doing.
We bring these people here to be part of the committee.
Hello, we decide we want to involve everybody. We decide we're going to have a race. I decide we're going to run a marathon.
Yeah, because this is the year of the Olympics, so race. Everybody is racing. When you hear, you see what has happened with you, Gloria? You just use the dictionary. People does hear words and they just put their own meaning.